and even where they are sent to as for their PPA, some people have to struggle. There was a trending story yesterday on X as regards a man who said that he received 2,000 naira as his pay from his PPA. So remuneration has also been one of the major issues, and security has been another major issue. There have been abductions of core members in different parts of the country. There have been religious, ethnic, political, colorization as regards security, as regards NYSC members. It's been a serious issue. Aside security issues, many have also questioned the continued importance of the program, and some have called for a dialogue as regards this. Do you think it's still relevant? Because in order to avoid future incidents of violence, I mean, just last month, December 2023, last month, there was the situation that happened in WG State where some youth corps members were abducted, and months ago as well, it was also another situation where youth corps members were abducted. Some were able to escape and all of that, but till now, some are still in captivity. So the integrity and the nobility of the program has been questioned, has been criticized as well. And this time now, remember that there was a bill that was sponsored by Honorable WG Abiante, who listed insecurity in the country, the incessant killing of core members, and the inability of firms to retain core members after service due to the failing economy as some of the reasons why NYSC should be scrapped. And this call for scrapping of NYSC has been met with mixed feelings. Some past leaders are against the scrapping of it because they believe that the gains outweigh the losses, while some Nigerians feel the scheme has lost its use and should be scrapped to avoid endangering the lives of innocent Nigerians to insecurity and unnecessary one-year stress. Well, there's a lot to discuss as regards that particular one, and we're going to be looking around the many achievements that NYSC has been able to make, and also the many unfortunate incidents that are also related to the scheme. We'll be looking at it, putting it together, juxtaposing it, and having a conversation around it. We'll also open the phone line if you're out there and you'd also like to share your thoughts and your experience, probably as a current youth corps member or a potential one, or you have served in the past. Let's get your experience. Let's get your thoughts as regards, the NYSC scheme. Do you think it's still relevant? There's so many challenges that come with it. There's a lot of progress as well. I know that in different parts of the country, we have seen core members, bringing some sort of development to the communities that they have served. We'll be shedding light on some of them as the program progresses. But then let's hear from a youth who is planning on going for her for her national youth service, and let's get her thoughts. How is she anticipating the 1-year mandatory service? Is this something she's looking forward to? Is this something she can't wait to experience? Let's get that, and I'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Yurmal Daisy Dashe. I'm a graduate of Mass Communication from Plateau State University, Bokos, in Plateau State. I really look forward to serving with Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. I've always wanted to be a radio presenter, to work with the radio. Why? Because...
Oh, well, apologies for that. I think we got the wrong sound on that particular one. Sincere apologies for that. But then, just as we are trying to get the right one, please stay with us. We'll move on. We also have other sound bites on this particular conversation, the relevance of NYSC. That's what we're focused on. We have quite a lot of it. Apologies for that. That's an error on our part. But let's carry on with the conversation. As we all know, NYSC was created on the 22nd of May 1973 during the General Yakubu Gowon regime as an avenue for the reconciliation, reconstruction, and rebuilding of the nation after the Civil War. And it was based on the decree number 24, which states that the scheme was created with a view to proper encouragement and development of common ties among the youths of Nigeria and to promote national security. Let us hear from someone who has already undergone the National Youth Service Scheme and his thoughts as regards the service, National Youth Service.
Yes, good morning. My name is Mr. Nonso Dogu. I'm a security expert and also a businessman. For me, NYC should not just be scrapped, or we should not be looking at scrapping it alone. For me, what we need to do is to revamp and ask ourselves the necessary questions that we need to ask. Number one, what is the main reason that NYC was created, and what was it created for? NYC was created in the year 1973, and this was during the time of General Yakubu Gowon's regime, and it was created as an avenue to reconstruct and rebuild the nation, and that was after the Civil War then, and this was established based on the decree that was created then. So now, if you are not saying that you want to revamp or you want to scrap, no, we should think, what is the benefit? The essence of NYC, to the best of my knowledge, when we did it then, was to enhance the rural education, would enhance rural education and health services, and provide qualified manpowers in deficient areas. Is that what we are doing now, or is that what the coppers are doing now? Look at it now. There are some coppers that if we send them to rural areas to go and provide the skills that they have learned, some of them will not go. They will tell you that they cannot do this one, they cannot do that one. I don't even know why NYC sends people to go and teach in schools. When we have qualified teachers that can do that. And if you ask me, what I will say is that they should infuse NYC into the Nigerian Armed Forces. Let them take that skills that these people have and impute it to tackling security and tackle every other issues that we're facing. After all, these are graduates. These are people that have been equipped mentally, physically, to be able to withstand anything and provide solution. What Nigeria now, what we need now is solution, not people to fill up spaces. If you ask the so-called youth corpers, some of them are going to NYC because they want to get a job. They need that certificate to get a job. They're not going there because they want to understand the true meaning of that establishment. During my time, we'll go for Said. They are teaching us how to fix generator, how to plait hair, how to do makeup, how to bake cake. How is that going to provide solution to the problem we are facing in the country today? Look at Israel. Look at most other foreign countries that have this paramilitary. The essence is that they send the youth into the military. They provide their skills. When they are done, the ones that choose to continue with their military career, they continue. The ones that choose to pull out and join the civilian apparatus, they do that. That is what we should do. It was created to provide qualified manpower in deficient areas, and that areas is what we have today. If they can take the skills, the ones that are very good in computer, the ones that are very good in communication, the ones that are very good in health management, they can provide their skills to all these our armed forces and every other important places, and see how the things will move. So for me, let them not scrap it. Instead, let it be revamped and let the true meaning of why it was created by General Yakubu Gowon in 1973 after the Civil War, let it be implemented. Let that essence be created. Because if you look at what is the benefit of NYC, like I said earlier, bridging ethnic divides, national unity. That is what it is. Baking cake is not national unity. Learning how to start generator is not national unity. Learning how to do makeup is not national unity. Said is not national unity. They have spent 1 year under the training and supervision of the military. They have spent 4 years under the training and supervision of a civilian university. Let them take that 2 skills that they have learned and the training they have learned, implement it in the armed forces, join hands together, and trust me, we'll be able to fight certain issues that we're facing. So, do not scrap it, instead revamp it, put a better meaning to it, let it have a better name, and let things be done the right way. Thank you very much, and God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, that's for one of someone who has already completed in the NYSC. He's has quite strong opinions there as regards the relevance or importance of NYSC. This is still the big talk on Mainland 98.3 FM. And for someone who's probably wondering what he meant by SAID, that's the SAED program in NYSC, Skills Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Department. And it was a department that was made up of, two divisions, that's skill acquisition and entrepreneurship, where you get to learn some skills, gain some skills as a core member. The unfortunate part of this were abducted while traveling from Uyo, Akwa Ibom to Sokoto to participate in the mandatory national service, and of the 11 that were kidnapped, three managed to escape during the abduction. That's leaving 8 and the driver that were taken into the bush. Aside from that, sometime in 2011 as well, the NYSC went into collaboration with INEC in order to have core members as ad hoc members of staff of INEC to serve as presiding officers in elections or during the elections, and that was in 2011. I remember then it was quite an interesting one. A lot of core members were very skeptical about going into that program, especially because of the insecurity that comes with the election season, because the core members were responsible for registration of Nigerians for their voters card, and aside from that, they were also responsible for ensuring that election materials were kept safe. Core members were responsible for. And I remember sometime in that same 2011 in Bauchi State, just because a particular local government, they were not happy with the outcome of an election in their local government, they went after the core members. So many things like that. Aside from that, you also have the kidnapping situation. You also have the fact that a lot of core members on their way to their service here, there have also been accidents, and some people say, but then accidents happen, but it's becoming quite it's becoming quite prevalent, especially in relation to core members. There's also the issue of remuneration, as we mentioned earlier on. There's also the issue of ethnic and tribal sentiments have also come into play, where you see a southerner serving in the north, and the people in that particular community are uncomfortable having someone from another tribe in their community, and that you have people there have been some core members who have lost their lives to ethnic violence, to tribal sentiments and all of that. That's also been another problem that the NYSC has been countering in the past few years. So those are the things that come up whenever criticisms as regards the scheme comes into conversation. So that's why we need to have this conversation. Do you think that the National Youth Service Corps is still relevant as regards nation building and national unity? Because I remember also as well, there are some core members who have also testified of the fact that the state and being chips during their service year. We are also seeing there have been donations from core members. There have been projects carried out by core members in different parts. And there has been some communities that, as regards education, as regards healthcare, core members have been very instrumental as regards bringing development to those communities. So if we look at the pros, we look at the cons, what are your thoughts? Let's have a conversation around this. The phone line is open. We're also live on Facebook. You can drop your comments in the live chat section, and you can also call in and let's have a conversation. What are your thoughts as regards the National Youth Service Corps scheme? That is the 1-year mandatory service for all graduates of Nigeria. Another thing that people have also complained about is the fact that here in recent times people have been struggling because in their place of primary assignment and also unable to complete. It's a conversation that we need to have. We'll take a short break. Live streaming platform at Mainland 98.3 FM.
Stories that need to be told. AM to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion, tackle the tough questions, challenge assumption, and give a voice to the unheard. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome on board the Morning Express.
Good morning.
I redecorate. It's more difficult.
The General elections in 2023 have created conversations and consequences that will live with us for years. Society organizations.
Each greater objective for the party. And let me tell you, I've told the PDP in some locations that, gentlemen, be careful. Better men have founded parties that have gone into oblivion. Where's the party of Awolowo? Where's the party of Azikwe? Where's PRP of Rimi? Political parties must be nurtured. They must be reinvented. They must be true.
Join 𝐴̀yẹmí Akínyẹ̀dé and Said Fuad on Midweek Politics every Wednesday. One engaging interviews, in-depth analysis on all matters around politics, policies and governance. Midweek Politics on Mainland 98.3 FM, bringing the right perspectives to everything politics.
Politics not big business.
All right, let's keep the conversation going. It is still the big talk on Mainland 98.3 FM, and we are discussing NYSC progress, challenges, and questions around relevance to nation building and national security. My name still remains Omobola Sandra, and we've been having quite a conversation so far. Let's open the phone line 0913 60410. That is the number to call. What are your thoughts as regards the National Youth Service Corps program? What do you think of it? Do you support the scrapping, or do you support a reform, an overhaul of the program itself, for changes to be made or tweaks to be made in certain things as regards, the program? 0913 60410. Very quickly, let's also get another testimonial as regards a former youth corps member. All right. I'm getting information from the orientation that the fact comes in some states. This phone line is still open. All right. Moving on now. Another issue that has also come up is the PPA, the place of primary assignment, where youth corps members are assigned to go and serve. That has also been another area that has come up. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chinedu.
All right, Chinedu, good morning. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos Mainland.
Okay.
That's Yaba area.
All right, please go on.
Okay, I've been following the conversation or the topic. I've listened to the other suggestion by the man that spoke earlier. I think first, when we set out to do some things, all right, there are some programs that should be time bound, and it should call for evaluation. All right, yes, I think NYC was a well thought out idea, because at that moment, Nigeria was just coming out of a situation, and it was important to help everyone integrate. All right, now, so when you have a program like that, I think the way we are now, the level we are now, we have to look at the program in a holistic form. If the risk or the risks attached to it outweighs whatever benefits, I think the wise thing to do is to pause, just like we do in business. If you look at the risks, does it worth it losing lives because we want to force people to integrate? And this is 21st century. People don't need to travel to everywhere to integrate. That's the truth. I have a couple of friends that even married a Philippine. They met through internet and all that. So the world is changing. People don't need to travel to Katsina to get a job and work there. People can stay wherever and work with people in Katsina, and things are fine. So I understand that aspect, all right, and I feel, to be honest, then when it happened, most Nigerian universities, at least about 90%, people went to universities for free, and so the government could dictate to you what they feel they should get back from you after you finish university. Now, people spend millions to go to university to train themselves. There's no subsidy for that, for people. So I spend such an amount to educate myself and all that, and you want to compel me to come and serve you. What right does the government even have? You get it? So these are the factors. You can't just come up and wake up because I'm in Nigeria. Yes, I love my country. Okay? But the country should show me why I should kill myself for her. So these are the different factors. So I feel, number one, government has lost its right and credibility to compel anybody who self-educated themselves, spent on themselves, they even struggled to get this education, to not be compelled to come and serve them. If there's a problem in the country, let's face it, there are bigger issues than integration. Honestly, there are bigger issues, security issues, and that's why I agree with the other man. Let's focus. There are so many graduates who want to be enlisted in paramilitary that want to support the security issue in Nigeria. Let's get them through that, but allow it be their choice. You can't compel somebody who suffered and all that. So then that's one. Then another aspect is you even compel them, yet there is no facility, no right provision, nothing to be proud of about it. For me, it's an advance. It's a form of slavery, because you're not telling the person you cannot work, you cannot get a job except to come and serve me, and I'm the one who went to school, spent my money, you will do subsidy education and all that. So I think for me, it should be removed as NYSC first. Then a scheme can be created that, okay, there are problems in this country. Security is one of them.
Very much, Chinedu. Because, sometimes went through its purpose. Yes, good morning. Yes, Mr. Alakunle.
And has it been relevant or not? Well, it's generally debatable. And the reason for the debate is because of the general insecurity we've had. And when it begins to affect citizens of the country, when they go to different places to fight their fatherland, and they get kidnapped, they get killed and all of that, there's reason for people to think that there's a need to break it and all of that. But for me, you can't make Nigeria begin to expect that you would use the NYC to force people to join the army. It doesn't work that way. Even the Israelis that did that, it was born out of Zionism. And Zionism is because they were being persecuted all over the world.